All right, Leo, how about a message from your future self? The cards all shuffled out here for you. Been thinking about you. I feel like there's some anxiety or you're having trouble sleeping because I keep seeing a 9 of Swords coming around. But we'll see. Let's look at the cards here with you. I'm going to start with a couple of oracle cards, and then we'll move into a message, what it's about, what you want to focus on, what your future self says. Look at this, let go of that. This is what you might want to know, what's hidden from you. And then we'll find out who that future self is, where they are speaking to you from. All right, so let's just get into this. I've been a little under the weather, had my booster shot, so hopefully no coughing. All right. Ooh, companionship. I think of Frida Kahlo every time I see this card. Must be her eyebrows. Animals. Okay, let me just see what's on the bottom here. Couple of things on the bottom here. Wow, there's a lot of earthy living beings around you. So we've got animals, companionship. I really like this kind of misty fogginess of this image here is coming through. Like, it's almost like she's not in the same place as you. She's far away through the fog. It's like the veil. And then you get dark matter, mystery. So there's some kind of mystery. I see all the butterflies. I see how there's a butterfly silencing this one. There's lots of transformation here. It's, again, like a feeling of, there's a vortex feeling, and then there's a distant feeling. It's like speaking across time, space, dimension. Like, you go as big as you want to go, Leo. And then thirdly, you get Earth. Yeah, so all of these beings, the Earth itself. And again, see that vortex that looks like, now to me, like the inside of a wave, Leo. You know, like if you're a surfer and you're in the tube that the wave makes, that you can briefly live in there. And I've never surfed. I think in movies, they'll make it absolutely quiet. I don't know. Does it roar? Is it silent? Is it a place where you feel connected to the beyond? Big, powerful energies here, Leo. Let's see what is going on. Connection across far distance. And these are female energies or feminine energies here. It could be your feminine. And, you know, you have both masculine and feminine in you. But let's see. That's very interesting. Okay. All right, Leo. Leo, who I have a moon with you. I feel somehow lately I've been just really feeling like Leos are others, but I often feel my heart as Leo. So there's this moth is reaching for the light. This is again this feeling of like somebody or something kind of trying to make contact with you from the beyond in a way. And there's all this light and all this power. On the bottom, you get the starfish, the owl, and wisteria. The starfish, ability to grow back a limb once very painfully it has been removed. The owl that is wise and comfortable in the darkness. And wisteria. I feel like I need to look up wisteria here in the book. What is this about? It feels romantic. It feels there's a lot of reaching and aspiration. And then there's one waiting. There's two energies. There's one reaching out, like the moth and the starfish. And then there's one waiting, the owl. And the wisteria is with that. So I just feel like you and another energy are trying to make contact. That's big. That's beautiful. It also feels very grown up. Let's see, wisteria. What does the card creators say? Drooping foliage is typically symbolic of loss. However, the long lives of wisteria plants give it a new meaning of hope and luck. In Japan and China, they are symbolic of love and new beginnings. The flowers are a popular good luck charm to give at weddings and baby showers or when someone is starting a new business. However, the wisteria is also voracious, fast-growing, serving as a reminder to not let love consume you. Yeah. Then there's pain. There's like the starfish and the owl have a wisdom from having gone through pain. There's also difficulty in communication here. There's a frustrated reaching out across distance or difference. And it can be consuming. Yeah. I mean, it's huge, so I'm not surprised it can be consuming. Okay, well, let's pull some tarot. Tarot speaks much more precisely. This is interesting. Okay, so the first card we're gonna pull is going to be the reason for the message here. So, I mean, we've got a sense of long distance, potentially love, yearning, reaching, healing. The way that the moth reaches for the moon and can sometimes reach for the wrong thing because of that moon yearning, like a light that will beat itself up against the light on your porch. There is a message here to be careful of self-harm in this really big draw towards this very powerful energy, which is appearing like this owl, like wiser. You could be that one that is being reached out for. A little bit I can feel that you could be that one. You're not able to talk for some reason. Yeah, when I look at these cards, like this one has her back turned. Earth has her back turned. This one is silenced. You can see that. Like haunting images. And then this one's a different one. She's the one reaching out towards this owl. Or maybe I don't know, she's also unreachable. There's a lot of unreachable energy here. Aloofness. Is that you? Are you the aloof one? Or, yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. The reason for this message. Are you an obsession, Leo? Or somebody obsessed with you? All right, let's see what the tarot says. Okay, we get the Fool. Such a weird fool. It's the Fool is a card of the young one who leaps takes leaps of faith. Everybody can be worried about the Fool. And that's what I actually see here is not the Fool, but the people worrying, oh my God, what is that Fool doing weeping? They're going to get hurt. That's who comes through in this card. So that could be your future self. We'll find out. Okay. I'm very interested now. All right. What you need to face or focus on according to your future self. An 8 of Pentacles. Doing the work. What kind of work? We shall see. These people are probably going to, I don't know, they're going to have a baby. So there's expectation here. Yeah, I mean, this Klimt deck was like, me. When I'm like, I'm going to do a Leo reading. And I know because of all of the rich imagery and all the shiny, glittery stuff. Okay, so this is what you want to let go of. The King of Pentacles. Also in the realm of work, earth, practical. He's the security king. And I often feel like I carry a message of like, don't worry about your security so much. Like, that's my... So when I struggle a lot with this King of Pentacles. I'm always ready to let him go. But I happen to love this particular beautiful King of Pentacles because what I see is his gentleness, that he is a little afraid to let go of that. Like he's holding it really tightly. He values whatever that is. It could be you. He's very thoughtful. He seems very worried. So maybe you're supposed to let go of this worrying and clinging and hard to something that very much in your 3D world. So you're supposed to look at your work. It doesn't mean work. It's like, look at this, face this. Maybe you have some work that you need to do. What's hidden from you is what the tarot wants you to know is there's something here with a Knight of Swords. This is a truth, bringer of truth. It can be a little quick, angry, rough. It can be like that truth hurts kind of knight coming in fast, hard. So we'll find out more about what that is. Excuse-moi. And finally, who is this future self, Leo? The future self. 4 of Wands. This loving, secure. Okay, so 4 of Wands is not usually a mother and child. This is such a beautiful, sweet place to be, though. It's a place of authenticity, of being with the ones that you get to be yourself with. There's a couple of maternal images here, interestingly, Leo. So if you're a parent, or you're, I don't know, a sweet mother. This is you and your future self, and she's holding you. Oh, yeah. So, okay, so she's holding you, her younger self, perhaps. And I get the sense of stability in the 4 of Wands. It's different from the security of the security king, the King of Pentacles, because what we have in the 4 of Wands, and the reason it speaks of authenticity, is that like a table, like all four legs are on the ground. You can see everything on the surface. It's very stable. It's visible. So that's why authenticity comes through for me with a 4 of Wands. And I feel like the little one being held by their mother is in the safest place, where their selfhood is being nurtured. And there's a little bit something like that going on here as well, being protected. There's a lot about protection here. Yeah, and remember we have like in the oracle this reaching energy. That could just be your future self is like really wants to reach back and communicate this to you and feels silence and frustrated and unable to get to you. And so we definitely see this Fool here as like full of angst. And that's why I was reading this as like the observer of you, the one who's watching you, whatever you're doing. Boy, I need to know more, don't you? On the bottom of the deck, there's a 5 of Wands. A little bit of competition, discomfort. It's like very awkward how she's holding her body. It's not really. Well, 5 of Wands is usually several people who are kind of in disagreement, and it can be fun, creative. There's no leader, there's no plan. It's chaotic and competitive, and she seems kind of tied up in a knot to me. It's sort of an inner turmoil. There's also a 7 of Swords. That woman lying awake amongst her friends in the night, kind of unable to sleep. She has a secret. And something ending the world. Ending and beginning. The double images of pregnancy. You're also of the earth. Not saying you're pregnant, but there's something about the maternal feminine energy here that is reaching. So the Fool and the World are here, the beginning and the end. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so I need to know more. I am curious, and as yet, I remain in mystery. Okay, I'm not ready for those cards. All right. Let's see what the modern witch wants to tell you about what Klimt has so provocatively laid out before you. Definitely something here about being held and safe. Okay, let's see. The Fool. What is this Fool? What is the reason for this message from your future self? We clarify this funny guy. Okay, death. Another evidence of ending. A Scorpio. Transformation. It doesn't ever bother me because I'm a Scorpio. I'm like, yay, it's my card. But Leo, it's not comfortable going through transformation. Something ending. And then the process of waiting. There's your emotions you're putting back and forth from one cup to another. There's divine support. There's being grounded on the land, but also in your feelings. Big stuff, Leo. Thirdly, wow, yeah. The High Priestess. Lots of major arcana. Intuitive knowing. This is the reason for your reading. There is transformation. There is waiting. There's waiting and waiting and waiting and being patient. There needs to be a right time. You may, let's see, the High Priestess is here. There's something that you don't know, or that there's secrets, illusions. There could be intuitive connection. The High Priestess is really reminds me of the energy that we have of this being that's reaching across very far distances, not speaking. There's a reaching here, right? And the High Priestess is able to sense that. Yeah. Let's see what else. I definitely Still need to know more. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is what you're supposed to focus on. You need to face this. It can be work. Eight of Pentacles most obviously can be work. Usually it's like more, when I read cards, it's more like the work you need to do. But yeah, sometimes it can be worky work. And the Pentacles for me are always so much about our connection to Earth. And because we see this red-haired pregnant woman here twice, the ending here, the world is a card of ending. Something major has been finished and you move on from there. The Fool is definitely about moving on. And Death is here. There's lots of ending, something major ending. But let's see. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. There's been some waiting, some stagnation. You know, you planted your seeds, you're waiting for them to bear fruit. A little stuck feeling. Face this. The Two of Wands. Then some manifesting. More waiting. Pregnancy, sort of waiting a period of time for something to happen. And then the Nine of Pentacles. Being on your own, being single, very pentacly, practical. Okay. So you need to face something about, so the Nine of Pentacles is very much like home, your little nesting that you're doing. It's also a very solitary, self-sufficient energy. There's often like there is a bird of prey on her hat here, and this bird is often hooded to represent that. In the Nine of Pentacles, you're looking to yourself. So it's very much the single gal, single guy. You're single here, and you need to face this. You put some effort into something, but in a kind of passive way. And either you or some other person is kind of unavailable. One's waiting and one's unavailable. I can see that she's holding her cell phone here, waiting for communication. The Two of Wands is about, you've made a vision. You're waiting for, you just envisioned, you manifested, and you're waiting for it to come in the next card, the Three of Wands. But this particular deck talks about surveying your kingdom. So you put all this work in and you're sort of standing back and looking at it. And like the Seven of Pentacles is waiting, there's lots of fruit that has been, you've successfully built something. Yeah, I can't help but feel that this is it could be very much your career. It could also be something else that you've put energy into in a real 3D sense. So you need to look at this, face it, something that you need to face, something that you've invested a lot in. Face something here. I don't know what it is. Maybe we will find out as we proceed here. So, King of Pentacles, this is what you need to let go of. Obviously, this pentacle, right? This precious thing that he's holding on to. He's very serious about it. It's kind of a little obsessive quality here, which Leo is a fixed sign like Scorpio. You are no stranger to being stubborn and fixed and set in your way. It's how you get shit done. People often misunderstand our stubbornness. You want us on your side when you want something done. Right, Leo? Okay. What else? Four of Wands. This is your future self. Four of Wands, Four of Wands. This is a more traditional version. It's a wedding. It's a relationship where you get to be yourself. So this is a part of what you have to let go of. It's an idea of security. It's an idea of a kingdom. What else? Hanged one. There's a change of perspective. You're stuck. You need to see things from a different angle. And, oh, judgment. Okay. Big card. Excuse me. Yeah, so judgment is a card of ascension that, if you've completed the task, there's a clear ending, death, the world, the fool. There's lots of waiting, temperance, the hanged one. But then there's also lots of waiting. Seven of Pentacles also waiting. But then there's this kind of moving up to the next level because the world, you did your work and it's time to move up. Swords on the bottom of the deck, in case you see that. There's a stuckness here. You need to let go of an idea of this Four of Wands. It needs to be let go of. You had an idea of a relationship. You put a lot into it. You're ending up being alone. There's something about you. I don't know. It feels like somebody's not available, right? There's lots of this distant person. They're not available. One of you is unavailable to the other. And it's a powerful connection, like big cards, Death, Temperance, the High Priestess. Four of Wands it's an ideal connection. But bigger things are afoot here. The Hanged One, Judgment, it's like you have something else you're supposed to do. And I feel when I look at these cards here, you're hanging on to this ideal of this Four of Wands. And it's keeping you from moving upward in some way. So that's why you have to let go. It doesn't have to be the person, just the idea of how it will look. I don't know. Let's see. Knight of Wands is hidden from you. It's fast. Moving. It could be some kind of truth, a message of truth. It's like you don't have access to the truth, or you may be overly honest and not aware of it. So this is what's hidden from you. It's what the tarot wants you to know. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so we had the King and now the Queen of Pentacles. Security Queen. She's very earthy. She's very rich, abundant. There's all this maternal imagery here. So again, she's the maternalist, the most maternal queen. There's a rabbit to signify her fertility. Of course, the Empress is even more fertile, but she's the Earth Queen, very embodied, practical. Looks to the King of Pentacles, who is in your let go. Are you being the King of Pentacles for a queen? Are you the queen trying to, having trouble letting go of a king? Let's see, what else? Oh, there's your card on the bottom here, Strength. That's important. The idea that you rise to your higher self from love. The Tower. Surprise. Something ended. Poor foundation for it. There's something ending, Leo. What else? Another one of your cards. The Sun. There's your happiness. It's a message of you had an idea of security, of home, of family, of a couple, of love, and it ended. I think what you don't know, either you haven't come to terms with that ending of you ending up alone, But what you don't know is that on the other side of this is the real happiness. Judgment is on the other side of letting go, of changing your perspective. It's almost like a changing of your vision. And there's the sun. This is what you get on the other side of this tower. This is the truth. This is the message that this reading wants to give you. You're this fool. This is about you feeling like a little old fool. You feel like a fool because of this ending. Because you had this vision. You had this happy couple vision. Happy little simple 3D. You worked real hard on this. You envisioned it, and then you end up alone. There's a problem of communication. But there's also something better for you on the other side here of this process. Funny, I don't see a lot of pain here. I definitely see the Five of Wands, awkwardness, and I see you lying awake with your private thoughts, and I see lots of ending here, but I don't see the emotional aspect of this. So it could be, it's not a romantic or relationship thing, it's some other thing that you've put time into. Your vision was too small and you're called to something greater. Okay, here's your future self. Who is this messenger here, and what else can we know about your future self? What does that say? Okay, well, we'll read it. You are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. This is always in here and it doesn't come up. I'll put it in here. I think that's a nice message from your future self. It's an 8 of Cups. There's you going on a spiritual journey alone. This is a card of discontent. You walk away from a situation where something is missing. There's a missing cup. King of Cups. See, there's something better for you in your emotional realm. Remember I said there weren't a lot of feelings here? Now we're seeing the feelings. And yeah, there's a practical new beginning. Wow, this is such a kind of ordinary, personal reading, Leo, from your future self. That's nice. You're getting told that it's big. Like, don't get me wrong, major arcana are on the table. Your card, the sun, your absolute happiness is here. You're losing something that you've really invested a lot in, and you've envisioned and watered and tended like a garden. You've been clinging hard to this, but the fact is that once you let go of it and you change your perspective, you shift, it will take time to do this, but once you do, you get to go on to something better. A King of Cups with a very practical 3D beginning. Ace of Pentacles. It's much more emotionally fulfilling than what you've been doing because you've been really putting in the time and effort, but there's been something missing. And this is a little bit me as your reader. I tend to see where you've been as overly practical and not really what you want. Not as much as what's coming in. So what's coming in is grown up, is very loving, and it fulfills your emotional and your practical needs at once. And it is, it's also very passionate, and it's very sweet, Leo. Yeah, you're a little bit not sure what you don't know. There's a truth that's missing here, but the truth that matters more to the tarot is like there's something better for you. And the underlying card here is the Hierophant. Very much funny. The Teacher, listen to your tarot reader. I don't know. Be decisive. I'm missing something. There's something big here. There's this woman, this Empress, High Priestess. There's a lot of big power women here on the table. The World. Now the Hierophant is this another kind of priestessy energy, but much more in the structural, visible realm at deciding reality in the way that the High Priestess is much more about the mysterious, the secret, the unknown. Yeah, it's this other energy that's reaching out, or that you are reaching out towards, is here and wants you to, is ready for you to move towards this unknown that's better. Let's see. Let me ask, what is this? No, not that. Okay. Let's go to Four Hawks. Who is this Hierophant? Who's this big lady? Is this one afar who's reaching to Leo? That's what I want to know. What am I missing? It's a Two of Water. This is the other person. This is your King of Cups. This is, yeah, it's a new love. Okay. Somebody else trying to get in touch with you, Leo. Ah, yeah, the Ten of Water. There's the absolute joyful fulfillment, the Ten of Water, Ten of Cups. And an Eight of Earth. Again, that very practical, career-centered connection of the Ace of Pentacles here, and also of our Earth. The Earth one here. Queen of Pentacles feels like the other energy that's so practical. This is more Empressy. Yeah, wow. And then more waiting. Oh, there is the Empress. Haha, I love when that happens. So there's your Temperance, which is here twice now. You have to wait for the right balance. Stay on land, stay in your feelings, stay grounded. This is a Cups and Earth, or Water and Earth, or Pentacles and Cups thing. So this is Temperance. This is a really fantastic fairy. She's a little bit hard to see in this image. She has her back to us. She has dark hair. These fairies are horned. She's standing fully in the water, and she is raising her arms. She's like bringing in a storm. And then you also get the Empress herself here. Again, another pregnant image. That doesn't mean anybody's getting pregnant, but it definitely means like the Empress could be you. I've been seeing Temperance as kind of like the divine masculine, since these cards have no men in them. It makes it easier to kind of place these qualities that we think of, like being a good listener, being patient, being steady and steadfast and there for you, supportive in one way. And then the Empress is also very nurturing and supportive, but in a much more maternal way. Feminine, we kind of associate with the feminine aspect. Like, these are a set of very mature, very powerful divine earth and water mixing here. It's just like, honestly, Leo, like every other one of these readings I've had have been like your purpose on the planet. And there is a little bit of like a big deal here in that you're being guided out of something that's not good enough for you towards something that like is going to knock your socks off. It's like total fulfillment in your heart. It's like, it's a great love story, actually. Yeah, and so I want to give you the message that the cards want to give you, and it's a message of let this one go. When you do, then you will see that there is something even better. It is associated with a higher purpose. It feels like, I'm thinking about the Leos I know, like it feels like you and this person are going to have more in common than you do with the one that you're being told to let go of. Not that it isn't hard, like this is the death card is here, like it's the world is here. It's like whatever happened, it was big, it was significant, it was compelling, but there's some other being very, very powerful, and it's a profound connection. It's like your match, right, with Temperance and the Empress, like the way that Temperance is coming in for me in my tarot readings as the divine masculine, the match to the Empress, which is like, you know, something from my own spiritual experience, and what other tarot readers would say that the Emperor is the match for the Empress. But in this new time that we're in, where like toxic masculinity is a problem instead of a solution, to look towards other images of the divine masculine that are not toxic, is what I'm leaning towards. And so Temperance has kind of like come in as like the role that I'm to perform in my gender. And I think it has this, there's a kind of third genderiness about this energy that is Temperance, which still kind of stepping into the place of where these formerly paternalistic, patriarchal ideals of masculinity have been before. Instead, there's this, I don't know, there's more, it's a better ideal, I think, for men, or masculine beings. It's more healthy. Temperance is about healing as well. And like the Empress, she's this amazing healer, earth goddess, and why would she hang out with the Emperor? So, I don't know. That's a strong vibe here of like, whoever was, let it go, because there's really a beautiful spiritual connection that at the very least is like, this is your work. This is you doing your work. And you get to do this work with the support of this other. Maybe it's this other. You know, whoever you see them as, they're these very powerful, healing, nurturing, and supportive beings. It's very powerful feminine quality to this other, this new thing that's coming in. And I can't see it out of the relationship for some reason, but you can always think about whatever it is that you know that you need to let go of. As I'm talking to you, there's somebody, something that's ending. And so these cards just say, let go of it. There's something better. Whatever. Okay? All right, Leo. I hope this helps. Have a beautiful day.